Does your faith spark joy in your life? If it doesn't, then you're probably doing it wrong. We've all met people who talk a lot about faith, talk a lot about Jesus or Christianity, but seem to always be angry and upset and view themselves as victims. But that's not what God has for us. Leading up to today's passage, we see that God has taken us from enemies and he has reconciled us to him, that he has restored our relationship to him. And when we think about our faith, one of the things that's important is to remember that gratitude is central because we haven't been able to do it on our own. It's not that God loved us because we were morally of higher value than everybody else. It's God has done the work. And so when we realize that God has done the work and that he's taken us, even those that treated him as our enemy and rebelled against him, said we're going to be our own God, that even then he still chose to restore that relationship. He chose that Jesus would die and suffer, experiencing the wrath that you and I deserve to experience. And when we realize that he was willing to endure all of that, it sparks gratitude in our lives. I saw a great quote today that said, happiness does not spark gratitude, but gratitude sparks happiness. And so when we think of all that God has done for us, it can't help but stir up emotions of joy. And out of that abundance of joy, we see Romans 5:11 come into play. More than that, we also rejoice in God through our Lord Jesus Christ, through whom we have now received reconciliation. I know that joy and happiness are not the same things, but they have very similar qualities. When we remember what God has done, when we express that gratitude and allow that to wash over us, how far from God we were and how he has brought us close, how he has reconciled us to him through Jesus and Jesus's sacrifice, then it sparks joy. It sparks happiness in our lives. And we want to shout from the rooftops how much God has changed our lives. So I want to encourage you in your faith today. Actively choose to be grateful. Choose gratitude that sparks happiness and joy in your life because of all that God has done for you and me. Like and subscribe to continue on your journey of finding joy in God through our Lord Jesus Christ. God bless.